Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some pretty fun and pretty interesting things to go and talk about over here. Number one, where it kind of seems like PlayStation got kind of a bad deal going on over here in comparison to Xbox. I want to go show you guys this because it kind of goes and shows the power of the Xbox Game Pass, but as well on how PlayStation sometimes doesn't necessarily know the proper value of different things that they're being offered. But as well, we also have some pretty intriguing stuff too with brand new PlayStation offerings as well for the trial runs. We also do have a little bit more gameplay for the Need for Speed Unbound, which is the brand new official game coming out, and a little bit of Last of Us news. So make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. We have the Amazon links down below for all the signups for that one. We have the Twitter giveaway too as well, and that Twitter link too. We also have the Twitch stream if you guys want to join that one on up as well. We also have the Amazon and Target links too as well. So very first and foremost, we saw a very intriguing thing when it comes to the Arc. Now, as you guys may or may not have had a chance to go and see, when it comes to a lot of these different types of games and Game Pass and all of that, they do on a very large occasion go and, well, have to be paid money. Like, you have to be well compensated when it comes to being a developer, marketing teams, and all of that. And this is why we had a very intriguing thing that came out over here, which is in regards to Sony overspending on this, at least in my opinion, and Microsoft getting an absolutely god-tier deal. So Sony over here, and this is all in regards to the SEC, that was actually like official filings, so you have to use these as proper like numbers and proper like they have to be legitimate, like from like the accountants themselves for the legal courts. Where it goes on to state that Sony themselves paid $3.5 million to make Ark Survival Evolved a March PlayStation Plus game. So as you guys know, Ark is a moderately decently popular game, and as well as you guys know, PS Plus gives you monthly free games all the time. There's also in combination too with Ghost Runner, Sonic, and also a few other little games too, but this basically made Ark available for free for anyone who has that PlayStation Plus subscription. But now the kind of big caveat on that is Microsoft apparently has the like lawyers and or like, I don't know, judges, like whoever you want to go call it, deal makers of the century, because Microsoft had a chance to go get their same exact game, so Ark Survival itself, for $2.5 million to keep it on Game Pass for the first half of the year. So that's like a pretty decent deal. And then as well, $2.3 million to bring then Ark 2 to the service when it launches. I am absolutely like that's insane. So it's basically a $4.8 million deal to go get the same deal that Sony had, but also Ark 2, which is obviously going to be a very popular IP and also get a lot more brand new either signups or as well the original Ark community. Now, I'm sure that's going to have a lot of big merit, and I'm also kind of surprised at how cheap they got it, because it actually paid less money than the first Ark, which doesn't make sense, although there is an active player base already on Ark, so maybe that's why, like, it already has, like, its own inherent value, and then Ark 2 hasn't launched yet, so it doesn't have the value, perhaps, but I would kind of say you'd probably want to use the first one as reference for the second one, because usually the second one in games, as long as they're good, usually do get more of an active player base, or the first game dies while the second game gets more players, typically. So it's kind of crazy to see on how badly Sony had on this deal. They basically paid $3.5 million for a 1-month deal, although it is technically like for a freebie, so I can maybe see why it might have a little bit of a premium, while Microsoft themselves had a way better deal with a way better price point, with way better everything, and then you had to awkwardly sit there and wait for it, and well, they just got a way better deal. So basically, Xbox has way better negotiations because what on earth is going on with this? So a lot of folks had a chance to see this in the court documents, and like we mentioned, this is from the SEC itself, which is a government, United States Securities and Exchange Commission. And they had to go and file all this type of stuff too as well, just legally discussing on what they had on their price points and everything else too as well. So they had this all on the legal documents, which if you guys really want to go through like 100 pages, because lawyers definitely get paid a lot of money to go and say the least. Jeez, there's a lot of money, but there's a lot of interesting like financial statements, software, trademark, and stuff like that. And basically kind of seems like Sony is just not that good at doing these types of deals. So looks like PlayStation Plus might not be helping as much in these freebie deals, although a lot of people kind of say they're kind of bad, myself included, might be just be overpriced for what you're actually getting. And this is why I kind of wish they would have did like a Game Pass type deal originally with the PlayStation Plus higher premium deals, because guess what? Instead of them spend that same amount of money on just getting Ark, we could have maybe got Ark and Ark 2 if they had like a PlayStation Plus Game Pass type deal. So I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments on that down below, mainly because, well, I'm a little bit sad that they had a chance to go and see this. So kind of crazy thoughts too as well. I think one big thing I just kind of scrolled down and saw, but like you also do get to technically keep the game forever, while Game Pass is a temporary time, but at the same time too, do you really want to play Ark 1 when Ark 2 comes out and people mitigate over it? So I feel like this should have been like a boardroom discussion. They should have brought it on up, but that's at least just my own opinion. Now, some other little kind of big PlayStation things is we actually have a brand new trial coming out for a popular 2022 PS5 and PS4 game. Now, as you guys know, for the higher tier PS Plus subscriptions, I guess just a big PS Plus video, is that you also have a chance to do trials. And that basically lets you go play a game for a few hours and you can see if you like it, you get a timed demo, and if it's good, you can go keep on checking it on out. So when it comes to the PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 platforms, this one is going to be a timed demo for Dying Light 2 on PlayStation Plus. So basically, this demo grants PS Plus subscribers 3 hours to go play the Dying Light game themselves, and both on those in the PS4 and PS5 can play the game too, and also should continue to exist on PS Plus in perpetuity. So if you happen to play a Dying Light 2 in this manner and then enjoy the game, all your progress and the demo stuff will be able to be seamlessly transferred on over to the original game. So now actually finally seeing even more services, we had the new PS Plus subscription tier method be a little bit more chill for a while. We had the initial like Death Stranding and Horizon, but it was kind of like laid back and they really weren't adding too much more stuff and kind of going from there. So that is a big thing to note, is that we are now finally seeing more trials. We're now finally seeing PlayStation making that big jump. And I'm also then, I'm just kind of curious on my own then, because if they're paying $3.5 million just for a PlayStation Plus game, how much money are they offering / doing when it comes to a trial? Like, do they have to pay a lot of money for trials, or is that more so the game just trying to do like a beta testing / check out this game for free to see if you like it, and maybe they're hopefully trying to go get more, I guess maybe sales, like they're trying to have more of a conversion rate for that. I'm not really sure if that's more of a PlayStation specific deal, or if it's more of a game, like the game is trying to get an additional deal too as well. So this is only tier though to the PlayStation Plus Premium, as I'm sure you guys know. And my question to you guys, how many of you guys are even on this higher tier of all these tiers? Like, I'm still on the normal basic PlayStation Plus. If I want to buy a game like a Dying Light, I'll either buy it up on sale or play it on launch if I really want to play it, such as God of War Ragnarok. I will probably just be buying that game on day one and then streaming it up on Twitch and maybe making a few YouTube videos on it. So I'm kind of curious on what the ratio even is for anyone who's out there on the PlayStation Plus subscriptions or the other various trials. So let me know, but at least this is nice to see. And you also do get the additional benefits, obviously, of having the classics catalog from the PS1, PS2, PS3, and PSP too as well. So kind of cool to go and see. We also do have the reminder too as well that you can still go get these other games as well for the free October games. And those also include up things such as Hot Wheels Unleashed, all around not a bad game. Injustice 2, although a little bit on the older side, still a good game. And as well, Super Hot, which is probably like the highest tier game I could probably recommend when it comes to games, when it comes to time, when it comes to all of this. This was probably one of my favorite ones out there when it did come with games. So these are probably one of the top tier ones, but once again, kind of curious on how much PlayStation had to go pay for this in the very first point. So I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments down below on all of this, and you guys can totally let me know if it was good, bad, or ugly. Now, a few little kind of things to wind down this video on is, number one, we also did go and have The Last of Us Part 1, which I have been occasionally playing up over here on Twitch, with The Last of Us striking a chord with players this September, earning it the Player's Choice crown. So we have a nice little congratulations in advance for all of them. We also do have a kind of a nifty, cool gameplay showcase over here a little bit, which I can show a little quick glance for this, for the brand new Need for Speed. So in case you guys are curious, this game has now been finally coming out. You guys can see some of this stuff over here with them having like different type of graphic effects tying with the game, although it is for some reason unlisted. I'm not sure if that's just a bit early on there or not. I'm a little bit afraid to look at this in the first place, but basically I had a chance to go showcase up some of the gameplay, and we saw still a lot more of these effects that basically got pushed out and mentioned, and the gameplay itself didn't necessarily seem too bad. I kind of don't think I like these effects though, as you guys can maybe see on some of the pictures on this. Not necessarily maybe my favorite, and I do think it's maybe just a little bit too much. I'm trying to get like a good pause on this, but you guys can kind of see all these like effects and gas effects and everything else tied on in, and yeah, it's not bad. I kind of want to try a demo or a beta just to see if I'm going to like this game or not when it does fully come out. But at the end of the day, they are trying something new, which I should go give them respect for, obviously. But like I said, it kind of just, we'll have to see. It's maybe a little too much for me, and I'm not that old, but it does seem a little bit too like flashy colors, and I want a good racing game, and I want to feel immersed rather than seeing like weird purple smoke and like green like skulls or something like that all around my car. So that's just my take on that. So give me all your thoughts and comments down below. We had a lot of PS Plus news coming out and a lot of good news all throughout today, so check out the videos all throughout the rest of today. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below, Twitter and Twitch links down below, and Target Amazon links down below. And I appreciate you guys all so much for watching in the first place.